day. So today's mindfulness practice is really just going to be focused on helping us to shift gears, from when we've been really busy and rushing around, and then we might just want to have a break during the day, or maybe in the evening when we're starting to think, okay, I need to power down now. So we're just going to spend 5 minutes just kind of really connecting into ourselves, being a bit more present, and just helping us if we're in fight and flight mode or been rushing around and got loads of things we've had to get done, and we want to have a really good rest or a really good sleep that night, or just a break during the day. And this just 5 minutes mindfulness can just help us shift gears from one mode into another. So as always, please don't do this if you're driving, or there is a chance that you could drop off for a few minutes or maybe longer. Some people do fall asleep doing mindfulness, especially if you're a bit tired. So make sure there's nothing in the oven or that's cooking, or you're doing anything that could, if you did fall asleep, some harm could come to you or someone else. So just be aware of that, please, before we start. So as always, just get comfortable in your seat. I always like to sit up fairly straight but relaxed, not too rigid, just enough to allow the breath to move around in my body, and so that I can feel anything that's going on in my body. And just inviting you to close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever feels comfortable for you. And today we're just going to start with that connection to the chair underneath us, or whatever we're sitting on, if it's the floor or the bed, or a seat, a train seat or something. And just gently inquiring into how that seat feels underneath us. Does it feel like a hard connection, like a plank of wood or a rock or something? Is it quite soft and cushiony and comfortable? Or maybe we can't get a sense of how it feels just yet. It feels a bit cloud-like, a bit theoretical. We know it's there, but we can't quite feel it yet. And there's no right or wrong answer. It's just a case of tuning into that connection and starting to notice if we can feel that connection between our seat bones and our backsides and the seat that's holding us up. And then bringing our awareness to the breath as it comes into our body and out of our body. And it doesn't matter how we're breathing. It doesn't matter whether we breathe through our nose or mouth, or one then the other. And it doesn't matter what type of breath it is. It doesn't matter if it's short, shallow, fast breaths, or long, deep, slow breaths, or fluctuating between different types of breath. We all need different types of breath at different times, and we're all different. Or we're all experiencing different things. So just trusting the body to give you whatever breath you need in this moment. And again, just feeling into that connection with the chair underneath you. And how is that connection now? Does it still feel like a chair? Does it feel like a bigger expanse that we're sitting on? Or is it just a small area around our backsides, just giving us enough support so that we know that we're held? It could be something different. And then just bringing awareness back to the breath. How is the breath now? just noticing how it is. There's no right or wrong. Just want to bring our awareness inwards. And as we do that, we might just want to inquire into any responses in our body. Could be something like our arms are dropping, feeling heavy, or our legs or feet. Or it could be that we're noticing something in our bodies, in our chest, in our bellies, in our stomachs. It's different for everyone. We might feel a tightening, or we might feel a bit more spaciousness or loosening. Just inquiring into what's happening in our bodies and allowing the breath to kind of just go with it. Allowing it to fluctuate if it wants to, allowing it to get deep if it wants to, allowing it to be shallow and fast if it wants to. And then coming back into that connection with the seat underneath us. Just inquiring, being curious, how does that feel now? Do we feel held and supported? Or do we just know it's there, but it's we can't really feel into it yet? And just taking a couple more breaths here. And then just starting to bring the practice to a close. Maybe wiggling our toes, wiggling our hands or fingers. Maybe just sitting up a bit straighter, gently, maybe rolling our shoulders or moving from side to side. Just doing this very gently, not wanting to, shock ourselves in any way when we've just brought ourselves back into presence with ourselves and our bodies. Then just starting to think about opening our eyes and coming back into the room. And taking a couple of breaths here. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thanks for joining me again today, and I will see you tomorrow in the next video.